I have no idea.
Oh, it
The
looks
Highlander
like
Hunter.
we're actually in the game.
Oh, we're in the game. Okay, maybe I should.
Yeah, and we skipped past a few turns. Production had to make sure everything was nice and ready before we got started. It looks like it's the Hunter versus the Gallop Rogue, and I believe
I was right with Gia.
Gia's, I was about to say, I believe Gia's Galacron has been evoked twice already, right?
I cannot identify which Galacron it is from the card itself, but I would say it makes sense by turn 4.
Yeah, well, this is why you gotta pay attention to art. Like, I know art may not be your preferred subject, but
if we could mouse over the
Galacrons, yeah, you can see here.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit more animated, you know, in these Simmons Mill states. You just gotta pay attention to those little details, my friend.
Yeah, and DeLonge decides to open with her Hunter. Actually, one of the decks that's favored against Rogue. I'm not sure by how much, but it is favored, at least slightly. And she does have the board over here. Gia is just going to try and find a spell to respond to that. Doesn't get anything too exciting, though. This 5/4 cannot be targeted.
Well, it can get hit by the Plague of Madness, though, with that poisonous dagger over there.
Yeah, but then she takes 5, and she also needs to bypass the taunt.
Yeah, I'm not saying use it right now. I'm just saying it is a way to deal with it at some point, you know?
So you're suggesting taking 10 damage rather than 5. I like that.
Well, if you have no other choice.
Yeah, she has no choice. I'm just playing you. She might evolve this, try and taunt this up, and play the Plague just to get rid of the taunt.
Man, playing a 2/2 poisonous dagger just to get rid of a 2/3 taunt.
That's a big commitment here, the Shiv. The Shiv on the 1/2 of all things.
Well, she needs to find stuff to do, right? I mean, look at Gia's hand. She's just got nothing to do at the moment, really.
Yeah, she wants to get to that Galacron. I think she's actually going for the Witchy because she will want to taunt up the lifesteal minion
that
she
is
just
not
got.
a good outcome, though. The unpowered Mauler forces Gia to use a spell before it can attack.
She could do it with Shadow Step and bounce off the Titanic
Shadow Step,
Lackey.
though? That's my question.
Well, against this board, I think she'd be pretty happy having a Titanic Lackey Shadow Step.
True enough, but at the same time, that's throwing away a Shadow Step, which is definitely one of the Rogue's more valuable resources here.
Yes, but she does have a Galacron and she has a Krogs. You know, she just needs to have the most powerful turn she can play next turn, just so she can play the Galacron and then use the Krogs and then balance out or restabilize pretty much. Like this board is gonna kill her. She wants to taunt up that lifesteal minion. Now I don't think she wants to sap. I don't think she can afford it. I think she has to go for the ancestral taunt, plague maybe, and just the plague is so bad though because it gives her opponent the same thing.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, she might. I mean, she has to do this, right? She has to do this. And I think she has to Shadow Step now as well, because if the ability from the Dragonbane hits the 4/4, then she doesn't get the heal and she's dead. So
well, I'm sorry, sir, but I see a Zilliax in the hand over there for DalongeSo
yes, I
she can
see
actually
it as well.
just stop the healing in general.
No, she's probably dead, right? But I mean, from Gia's standpoint...
Let's do some math, hold on.
She's dead.
So, you Zilliax on Dragonbane, trade into the 4/6, and then you trade the 2/3 into the 1/1.
No. Then you hero power
No, hold on. You trade the 2/3 and then ping into the Ancestral Guardian to guarantee that the thing goes face, right?
I think you ping and then trade the 1/1, and then it's lethal. Or you trade it to... Oh, wait, it's not lethal. It's a 50-50, right?
Yeah.
I think you...
Okay, so here's what you do. So, you go face with the Tolvir, and then you ping the 1/1, and then in both outcomes you're fine, right? You either clear the 4/1, or you kill Gia here. It's like, in either outcome, you're in a fine position.
Okay, so she's just leaving her at 1 HP rather than going for the 50-50 kill now.
Yeah, this is fine too. Like, how does she answer this? Like, honestly.
Galakron, Zilliax,
Kronk's dragging her?
God. I don't know. Oh!
Well, there's the Zilliax, but yeah, that's not gonna be
That's
enough.
not gonna be enough, yeah. It was close to enough.
Not really. Not really.
Yeah, I don't think so, yeah. Probably not enough, yes. It will be pinged now and she's dead.
Yeah, so, what was that about the Highlander Hunter not being favored, pal?
What did I say though? The Highlander Hunter just tries to say just tries to do what Dragon Hunter does, but less consistently, and that's what we saw here. She pretty much only played cards, except for Zilliax, that are in Dragon Hunter, and she had them on curve, right? And in this deck, it's less likely that this will happen, but it happened. That's Hearthstone.
You sound salty to me. What did Highlander Hunter do to you, man?
I'm not salty. I'm not salty. I enjoyed this game, but I really want to see long games from these two. I'm really excited about this matchup. So I want to see like long
my pre-O
grueling
prediction
games.
is coming in pretty hot at the moment.
What? I predicted some things correctly. She did queue up her rogue first. The hunter.
Yeah, look what happened to her.
Well, it's not a good matchup. It's not a good matchup, but if Rogue does what it wants, it wins. I guess it's true about any deck, though. If the deck does what it wants, which is to win...
If you live in magical Christmas land where all the stars align and Santa comes down and gives you the best present, then life is good. But unfortunately, it's March right now. A lot of people are locked inside the houses, so no one can go get presents. So
yeah, but
I'm pretty sure it's just a bad
the
time.
reason Rogue is that good is because it does what it wants to do very consistently. It has a lot of draw. Didn't have the early game that it needed, at least not to face the explosive start from DalonGe. And now we see the Druid
I was
mirror.
gonna say, here's your long game for you, pal. Quest Druid Mirror Match.
Okay, so DalonGe is starting with the coin, but Gia is starting with the one card she's gonna keep in this matchup, which I think should be Ysera. She just mulliganed it away, though. I suppose...
Yeah, she's looking for Nourish, right? Like, it's all well and good having Ysera, but I think you want to get Nourish, or at least search it first, right?
I think I'm keeping Ysera in this matchup. I think I'm actually mulliganing away nothing if I'm Gia here. But
You're
yeah,
that
I can
that
see
you'll
that.
draw the Nourish on curve.
I'll draw some draw. I'll draw the Nourish. I'll draw a Wasted Surger. She drew the other one though. I think I would keep Forest as well. And she just got Innervate. That's pretty big.
Yeah, I think, sir, that you're a little bit too optimistic. I actually kind of would... Yeah, I like this play, actually.
I like this play, too. She doesn't have...
Go ahead and tell the audience why, because it's all well and good us saying we like it if we don't explain why.
Alright, so basically in this matchup and with this particular hand, she doesn't know whether accelerating her quest completion is actually going to benefit her because she doesn't have the cards to capitalize on it. She wants to draw as many cards as possible because of her teeny tiny hand right now, and she decides to actually play this Crystal Merchant earlier just to draw these cards, and I think it's commendable. It's a commendable spot here from Gia. Definitely a good play.
Wow, she's being really aggressive here too. Rising Wind summoning a 3/2.
Well, I like that too. She realizes that this Crystal Merchant is probably going to draw her 3 cards, and she does have that Rising Winds for draw for the next play or once she completes her quest. She just drew the Ferocious Owl. I would still draw here, to be honest, but that Nourish is proving me wrong.
This seems to be a common trend this morning, my friend.
Well, you know what? I'm right in the game of averages. On average, I'm right. But this time I'm wrong, because Hearthstone is Hearthstone.
Hearthstone's too difficult of a game for you, I think.
Hey, I'm playing around what's statistically correct. I'm not playing around these, these nourished top decks.
wasn't even the top deck though. Oh dear.
And it was. What's a draw?
Well, you draw every card from your deck at some point, don't you? Oh dear. Anyway, at this point, Gia, like, she's got a quest pretty firmly unlocked. The only unfortunate thing about this setup, actually, is that she has 9 cards in her hand going into next turn. So she can't nourish unless she draws the second innovator. But yeah, if that's her only problem, then she's in pretty good shape.
I think right now it's Gio with a very big lead. Like, she has answers to stuff like Oasis Surgers, and she has the power card that she needs. And that power card is backed up by a Scenarios and a 6-cost spell, 2/5 cost spell, and a 4-cost spell. Like that, and another 6-cost spell. Like, she's ramping up now, and she's pumping that forest, and she doesn't give a damn about these Oasis Surgers that she's gonna clear up anyway.
Very true. The question is how? How do you clear the Oasis Surges?
With I think you always ramp because forest, and then you just
You're really
ramp.
gonna overdraw something here? Okay.
I think you're gonna overdraw. I think it's the you're not gonna overdraw. Surprise.
What do you mean surprise? She literally just overdrew a card.
She did, but I mean, she's not gonna overdraw for the next turn at least. I thought you were talking about later, but now she definitely overdrew 1 card, and that's good. I think you overdraw the card. I think you want that ramp. I think it's the correct play, and she's not gonna overdraw another card. But that's Ysera that was just top decked by dalonge. She doesn't have. Yeah, she's not going to be able to play her this turn, but she will be able to play her next turn for sure if she uses a Nourish, which I think she does.
You really want to leave 2 3/5s on board going into a scenario's turn. You, sir, are a madman.
Well, no, you can innervate the Floop Oasis Surgers to clear them off, can't you?
But
and you're also getting an Anubis of your own.
Yeah, she's on 6 mana.
She's on 6. She's gonna have 2. She's gonna have Innervate. Yeah, she's 1 mana off. I still think you do it, just because of the Anubis app.
Oh my god! But then your Oasis Surger goes away though.
Yeah, but then you have enough mana to do pretty much whatever you want next turn. You're gonna you might want to draw both
I'll
of
tell
the
you. I'll tell you what
taunts.
dalonge is gonna do next turn. She's gonna look at this scenario. She's gonna feel really sad, and then she's gonna burn the Louise, and then Faros comes down on 10.
No, Gia is definitely in the lead here, but I still think ramping up is essential for dalonge, or she's just gonna lose the game anyway. Yeah, scenario.
I thought I was the pessimistic one here.
What? I mean that she's behind, right? She has to ramp. She has to ramp, or she's gonna stay behind. What other option would you just play the fluke there and not ramp?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to have this scenario happen to me, where suddenly I've got 2 5/7s sitting there that Oasis Surger can't even deal with anymore. You know.
Yeah, but that's how druids work. You play Ysera first. You usually win. If you play Forest first, you usually win. Yes, you have to not die, and but I mean, it's whoever plays the big boys first, pretty much. And I think dalonge did need to nourish there. I don't think it was a misplay. She does have a lot of removals in hand as well. She can start, you know, going at this board. She's clearing 2 minions. If there's no fluke from Gia here, she can probably in her mind still get this back. But we can see the forest there that might be played, or the Oasis Surge. But
that almost certainly will be played. I mean,
yeah.
Look at this. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spells. Okay, 7 spells now in Gia's hands. So she can just trade away both her taunts, and then King Faros get an absolutely ridiculous board, just go face, and then just have lethal next
Yeah,
turn.
I agree. It's just Forest here. She's in such a lead that it's almost like she needs to really low roll the minions here, or maybe she's gonna miss out on one of these spells, right? So maybe
Yeah,
she
but it's
misses
gonna
out
be
on a
one of the
6.
cheap ones. Oh, that 05 is.
It wasn't one of the cheap ones. She actually missed out on a 6.
Yeah, it's true. I thought.
No,
that
it's
was
not
what,
according
like,
to the order.
Elise.
You thought, and you were wrong this time, and I called you. I got that.
Yeah, well done.
She's
I got one
still
thing
winning
wrong.
at this board. She's still winning at this board. It's gonna have to be, I think, Starfall. I think there
Stumble
is
into what though?
Does she have Oasis Surger? I can't see that last 5 cost card down at the bottom of her hand. I'm not sure what
Well, by
it
the
is.
process of elimination, yes, because if there's a 5-drop, actually you can tell with the artwork too. It looks
It's
a little-
Oasis Surger.
Yeah,
maybe.
it's like a little bit of a greenish tint there. Like
Yeah.
just really, really far on the left.
It's probably it's gonna have to be that, right? It's gonna have to be Starfall Oasis. What else
And
can
then,
you do?
and then you just top next to Sarah, you know, just putting, just beating someone while they're down.
Yeah, if Gia top decks Sarah, then the law pretty much runs out of answers. She will probably have to play her own Sarah and just hope that Gia doesn't have the draw to take these dragons out of the deck.
You know what would also be like really bad? Imagine if Gia just like gets scenarios from the Sled Expedition next turn. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean that'd be horrible. I don't have another. I'm trying to see how DeLonge is gonna fight. Like, she just need that chance to play her own Ysera. She just need that chance to capitalize on her own scenarios. And if Gia's gonna deny that now with the Tending Tauren,
dude.
then she's just gone.
You can Rising Winds as well, right? So you actually get a 3/2 as well to go with.
Yeah, I
this.
think that's definitely the play. I think you saw the removals. You saw how desperate DeLonge was to remove your board. She just innervated twice. I think you're just going for the Tending. There's no Zephyrus as well.
No, not in either list.
Yeah. So then
yeah.
what can possibly clear your board unless she has the more removal somehow, and then if she uses the last bits of her removal, she can remove the next board. You can just pretty much play your Oasis Surger and the second Rising Wind. It's almost game over regardless.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go, Tending Tauren, buffing this entire board by +1/+1.
Of course, the trades are still pretty bad for her, but I mean, she couldn't have made them before, and now she has a board that DeLonge can't clear.
Indeed. Like, what can she do? Like, scenarios, I guess? Just hope for the best?
I think she has to heal her face, right?
But then you're not answering the board!
But you're not answering the board with scenarios either. That's still a 6/6 that's gonna be left there, right?
Ooh, okay. Okay, it's quite a bit better now actually if that drew the scythe.
So
Yeah,
she drew it
4/4
and
rush.
heals her face and leaves. She kills the 4/3 and gets one of Gia's secrets on the board, unfortunately.
Yeah, one of these Druid Secrets, but no! She's gonna go for the scenarios and that's just gonna be lethal!
Yes, it is. The Oasis Surgers, they weren't. I don't think a single copy was played by Gia, right? So that was very likely that she'll have it.
Yeah. No, it's that sort of question of like, how many risks can you realistically afford to take, right?
I think that's why you heal, though. I think that's like these two
Even
4/4s
if
are
you
not
go
enough.
for, okay, let's say DeLonge went for the heal, right?
Yeah.
She still doesn't win in that position, does she?
No, she's playing from behind. She's been playing from behind this entire game, but I think healing your face at least gives you another turn. So I don't know. It feel like the scenarios felt like I'm giving up kind of play to me, because you have 13 HP. You know that there is going to be either removal there in form of spells, or removal in the form of Oasis Surgers. Like, it's almost an impossibility that she won't have it. So I don't know. That was a very like tough game for DeLonge. I think that definitely was like a feels bad. You could see her face and frustration. It just Gia got to play the big things first.
Yeah. It's funny, I remember in the backstage before this match started, where we were having a chat and we were saying that the Asian players were like the most emotive players of the bunch, and you can just see right now, like, both these players, they're just really, like, they're just, like, laser focused on this game. Like, they want to win.
Yeah, there's no playing around here. DeLonge is definitely... she looks like she's so focused, and Gia actually looks the same way. I mean, they're really committed here to doing their best, I think. And the warrior and the rogue actually are going to be in a disadvantage against DeLonge's druid. Obviously, she wants to beat this warrior here because it's such a good matchup. That losing that is definitely demoralizing. Right now, they're in a tie. DeLonge is the big favorite in this matchup, but Gia has a terrific hand, except for that Cyan. She doesn't have 2 invokes, but she does have 2 acolytes, which are gonna probably draw into something useful.
Man, that Crystal Merchant. It feels so bad to play it when you know that there's a freaking Bomb Wrangler on board, but she didn't have much of a choice.
I actually think it's perfectly fine. Like when I'm playing as the druid, these early boards, you just don't care about them. You bounce back so strongly, especially with a Starfall, that this little bit of extra damage, usually from the bombs, is not what's gonna make or break you. What's gonna make or break you as the druid is a really good fully invoked Galakron. So I think DeLonge wants to draw more than she cares about spawning bombs here. And Gia isn't even like trying to spawn bombs. She just goes face. I think Gia thinks pretty much the same way I do, I guess. And she does. She is gonna rely on that Galakron. She invoked once. She just drew into her second invoke. She has 2 Acolytes of Pain here for more draw. That Galakron is probably going to be fully invoked relatively early, and that's what's going to win her the game rather than early pressure. Wow, that top deck is the nuts though.
Is it?
Yeah, a lot of draw means fully invoked Galakron.
Yeah, but when are you getting all of that draw? That's my question to you, pal. Like, do you really think this Bomb Wrangler's actually going to stick it?
No, it's not going to stick, but...
Then where's the draw coming from?
It's gonna come. You don't need to get it right now. You already have really strong plays. You already have double Acolyte.
I'll throw your words back at you for a moment. Like, if your argument is that fully invoked Galakron on curve is how you win, then having cards like Acolyte and Sign of Ruin in hand, they don't help you do that.
Yes, they don't help you do that as much as all the invoke cards. I'm just saying that she's gonna be more like... Usually when you play Galakron Warrior, you don't get to invoke early. Or you play the Galakron when it's twice invoked. When you have this much draw, you can pretty much rely on invoking it, even if it's not on curve. I mean, invoking it relatively early or fully invoking it at all in this matchup is a big deal. Druid can't deal with really big minions. So far she has the board, and DeLonge doesn't even opt to remove it, so she can use her battle rage now if she so chooses, and I think she will. Probably drawing into an invoke. Right now she hasn't been drawing into a single one except for that specific draw with the Town Crier, but yeah, she's probably going to draw into it.
We take the draw 2 first?
I think we do, right?
Yeah, I've seen a harm in it. You don't want to play Sign of Ruin and then just watch it get Starfalled. You want to use it to hit into minions.
Yeah, I think you're usually saving it for things like Hidden Oasis. Like the Armor Smith is kind of...
On a Smith Acolyte, maybe? Yeah, just forego Battle Rage.
Alright.
Oh wow, yeah, she doesn't even care about Battle Rage. Like, nah, just built the board.
Maybe she's scared about overdrawing. 2
Overdrawing
Acolytes and a
with
Battle
4
Rage.
cards in hand?
I'm
Hello.
kidding.
I don't think we're watching the same game at the moment.
Yeah, she's definitely not scared about overdrawing.
Yeah. Anyway, for this turn, I'm pretty sure this is always just Battle Rage, right? Oh, sorry, Nourish. I meant Nourish.
Yeah, it is gonna be Nourish. I would... Okay. That's interesting, because she could have Nourished and then played this, so I guess she's going for Innervate
Well,
Burst
yeah,
there.
it's just top deck Oasis Surgeon, you know?
Yeah, she's gonna clear the two biggest minions.
Yeah, this was the 200 IQ line. dalonge, she knew she was gonna top deck the Oasis Surgeon. It was all gonna work out like magic. But in all seriousness, though, this is a...
She can't really value trade any of her minions here, so...
Well, she can go for Inner Rage into Merc, because then you do get a 4/4 rush and you draw 3 of Battle Rage. That seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, I like that. But she decides to play the Science now, which I'd rather save for a hidden Oasis, to be honest.
And the Inner Rage, she's only choosing to draw 2?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I definitely think the play with the Mercenary is better. I'm just going to take a look at Gia's list to make sure she is actually running 2 Mercenary. If she's running 1, then that play makes a lot more sense. No, she is running 2, so I'm a little bit confused by that, actually.
Yeah, that's... I would have done your play. I would have done that as well. But that's a very close call. She does have like a better board right now. She did choose to draw less though, and her Galakrond still needs 1 more invoke to be fully invoked. So I'd go for the.
You mean 1 more that's not in hand, right?
Yeah, 1 more than's not in hand, definitely.
Yeah.
It's twice invoke right now.
Yes. Just wanted to be sure. Well then. That Nourish didn't get a whole lot of stuff that's like really useful, did it?
It is good though. You just get some armor and play the Anubisaf, and you're relatively comfortable. That's a weird order. She chooses to buff and get more tempo. That's also fair. Fight for the board, so she can probably play her Ysera. Might be more useful than armoring up right now. I can respect that play from dalonge. I think it's actually pretty good.
Looks like Gia's going to be going for some card draw now. Risky Skipper, Acolyte of Pain. She's got to make sure she trades first, otherwise this is going to be a disaster.
No, I think she's definitely experienced enough not to make that misplay. Yeah, she
knows what she's doing, but there's always that little twinge of anticipation, right?
Do you ever copy the Acolyte just to almost guarantee double invokes?
Yeah, why not? I see no problem with that.
She could also Awaken here, for example. Or she could play the Eternium Rover.
Why would you not just develop a 3/2 and an Acolyte of Pain, man? That sounds way better.
I agree. I think you copy the Acolyte here and you get maximum drawage.
Well, maximum tempo as well.
I think the tempo is like relatively not important in this scale. Like a bunch of 1/1s and a 3/2 is not that lackluster. But yeah, I guess that's
not
a
that
consideration.
lackluster means it's good.
I mean, any tempo is good, right? Any tempo is good, but I think you still gem the... Actually, that sets up lethal if she draws the second... second mercenary, right? So maybe you go safe here. I don't think you go safe. I think you just play your Ysera. When are you gonna jam it? Maybe you can play Scenarios, but
nah, it's Ysera time. Yeah, let's go.
It's Ysera time. She could potentially be dead here, but she saw a mercenary, and I don't think it's that likely that Gia kills her here. It is a possibility, though.
Well, that possibility at present does not exist.
She can trade 1 of her Acolytes, and it would still be lethal if she draws a mercenary. So I think she might do that.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, she will have 5 damage, and Leroy Inner Rage with another mercenary is 16, which is exact lethal. So she can trade.
Nope, that's not how it works.
Why not?
You're forgetting the risky skippers on board, my friend.
Okay, so you.
So if you trade with Acolyte,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you
yeah.
only have 5 on board.
You're
and then your risky skipper's still alive, so Lever would be at 1 health.
You're
And since
right.
it's at 1 health, you can't in the reach it, or else it would just die.
You are correct. The risky skipper. Damn you. Damn you, preventing a potential lethal.
Well, it's not lethal anymore since
Let's
there
go
was
for
just
the
no
fully invoked
mistake
Galacron
anyway,
instead.
but-
How about that? Let's go
Yeah.
for the fully invoked Galacron and go all face just for good measure.
No, I want to clear you, Sarah.
What?
Why would I not clear
You're
you, Sarah?
sinking in 9 damage in something that can't even kill your 4/5 taunt.
Yeah, but you're surrendering the board with this. That's my problem with this
Who
line.
cares? You're gonna do 8 damage from hand next turn with Galacron. You can do maybe 16 damage with Leroy at any point soon, but that's 3 portals straight out of the bat. You didn't even
Mate, I'm
play
looking
anything.
at Hidden Oasis
What
and Ferocious
portals?
Power. I'm realizing that the board state is more important. But yeah, 4 portals drawn right up the top. And Gia,
You know-
like, she's giving a bit of a smirk. She's like,
I'm sorry, Gia
yeah, okay.
realized that this was gonna happen, and she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna lose the board anyway. It's time to go face." That's what happened here.
I think she's going to be really upset though when she sees dalonge's turn here, because she can go Ferocious Howl into in the Oasis, and that's just game over.
Do you ever hit an Oasis first, just for the slight chance that the board will be filled up by portals? I think you do.
I
You don't-
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't, and hear me out. Only because I could just Starfall second if the board is full, right?
But you won't heal for 12. You'll heal for way less. I think I like that play more. I think that's
Well,
more conservative, and
okay.
she's in such a good lead.
You even got the Anubis staff as well. Like, yeah, good job dealing with this one, Gia. Good luck.
Well, she could. She's not gonna die next turn, I think. Or is she? How much damage is that?
Well, I spot Scenarius in hand, my friend. And Scenarius
Yes,
is plus
but
12, plus 12.
she needs to trade something and kill it. It's not a possibility.
Unless
right
Gia
now.
does the job for her. Kronk's overdrawn from the Galacron. That's not what Gia wants to
If
see.
she had Kronk, she would have been able to take care of this board, and now she's not.
Well, no, she's just dead.
No, she's not just dead on board. Now
Okay.
she's dead on board. Because
Yeah, but you
she's a-
always have to hit into the taunts. You always have to hit into the taunts, otherwise you never win.
I mean, just because we saw the Kronks overdrawn, I think that she doesn't trade into the taunt. I think that she just opens herself up to dying.
Fabio, how do you intend to win this game if you don't
You're-
kill the taunt?
When I'm in a losing position,
You're just
and
finding more ways to
I
lose.
have no out, I want to have as much time as possible to maybe try and come up with something. But when I don't have that something, I rather survive. Just maybe something happens. I don't know. But yeah, she's probably gonna lose anyway now. The portals coming out was incredibly
Yeah,
powerful
that
from
was
along.
huge for sure. Yeah.
4 portals straight out.
Gia
the
can't
top.
play around freaking 4 dream portals coming off the top. Like, you can't
Yeah.
play around.
So that's 2-1 for DeLonge. She did get the win here against the Warriors. She was favored coming in, but that I thought it could go either way until she played that Ysera. The 4 portals were drawn, and all of the dragons were pretty huge. What are you gonna do against that? Scenarios is in hand, healing is in hand.
Nothing.
Yeah, and then the Kronk's overdraw. That was the only chance, I think, to get back into this game. Like if she overdrew something else, but no.
Oh, no, Foul, because Gia was dead on board because of Scenarius.
She wasn't, because if I had Kronks in hand, then I don't clear the board. I don't clear the taunt, and then she
But
can't play
Foul, you're
Scenarios.
taking so much damage. Kronks doesn't even clear that board next.
Yes,
turn.
but then you play risk. He clears almost all of it except for 1 minion. You play the Skipper, you play the Rover, and then you do 5 damage to the board. You clear the board. You heal for 4. I mean, I think it was definitely doable with Kronks. Was not doable with
I
that.
think, I think you're being too idealistic here. but-
I am not. I have won so many games against Druid thanks to Kronks. I mean, it works. The Druid usually doesn't have burst from hand. She would have been
Well,
what?
I'll tell you what
90?
deck doesn't have much burst from hand, and that is the Rogue, because we are now in game number 4, and it will be the Galakron Rogue mirror match, and both sides have a ton of invokes for Galakron already available for them.
Yes, lineup-wise though, we've been talking about, or I've been talking about, dalonge having the slight edge here. She has 2 Boom Pistol Bullies, and she has 2 Skyvateers to invoke Galakron more consistently, but this doesn't matter, as Gia just drawn her 4th invoke, basically leaving her wanting for either Kronks, Togwaggle, or Galakron here, just to pretty much feel very comfortable in this game.
So what you're telling me is that she wants to draw good cards with her good Hearthstone deck.
She
That's
wants
what
to
you're
do it
telling me.
exactly. That's what I'm telling you. She always wants them, obviously, but now that would pretty much tell us she's winning. Right now, you know, these are just invokes. They're not doing anything. They're not scary.
So many options.
Just random.
I don't know
lackeys.
about that one, friend. Lackeys can be pretty scary sometimes.
Lackeys can be very scary, but
There's the Galakron! Oh my goodness, this curve is insane, dude!
Yes, Gia is very dominant this game. 4 invokes, top deck 1 invoke, then top deck Galakron. dalonge doesn't have her own Galakron. She has 2 invokes. She doesn't have a power card like Togwaggle. She will need these bullies to bully Gia here, pretty much. She will need them to do their
do
job.
not condone bullying, by the way.
What?
I said we at House Ivories do not condone bullying, by the way.
Oh, yeah, of course. Bullying is bad, guys. Don't bully anyone. Unless you have Shadow Step.
Oh my god. Okay, Foul, okay.
Double up on bullying is the only way, man. You Shadow Step the bully.
What, so you're saying bullying with one person is bad? It's only good when you get to do it with 2 people?
No, it's only good when you get to bully as one person, but then you bounce back to where you came from and then come out again. That's what I'm saying.
I think you're sending mixed messages here.
It's just a very good card in the matchup, man. It's just a very good card, and dalonge doesn't have that either. She has a bunch of small stuff, and she's not feeling great about her hand, but she's probably not feeling bad about it either. It's not like she just needs to draw 1 of the power cards, and she probably feels good. She doesn't know what's going on in Gia's hand, which is pretty much like a Galakron cult that's growing in there.
Okay.
Might be a
Anywho,
Do you sap here the 2/5?
what else are you doing this turn if you do go for the sap?
You probably clear the lackey just to play around maybe Togwaggle and then just praise Galakron it and play the best lackeys. I don't know, something like that.
That sounds pretty mad to me. Here's what I do. I say we
Devoted.
go, devoted and then Witchy Lackey. Just get a
Yeah.
5-drop.
That might be as good. But I mean, if you're Gia, maybe just fighting for the board as hard as you can, just because of the hand you have, is better. But she is going for that play, which I think is a good play. Oh, she is not. She's just going for the clear.
She can backstab the 2/5 as well.
Yeah.
That's fine. The only problem, ironically enough, with Gia's hand is that all of her lackeys almost just get her extra cards in hand.
That's only 50% of her lackeys, actually.
50% is a very high number, though, so...
Yeah, it's a pretty high number, but she can get rid of 2 of them without filling her hand. She can dump the sap, and that's not the card that... I mean, I guess dalonge is pretty happy about it, actually, but she still needs that Togwaggle. She still needs that Galakron, or her hand is just not gonna pull through.
I wonder if Gia just decides to sap Shield of Galakron just because she feels like she's that far ahead. That would be an interesting decision.
She could flick it.
Yeah, but Flicker's her entire turn.
Yes. And then she doesn't invoke, which she does want to do, right? She's missing...
Yeah.
Is she missing 1 invoke, or is it fully invoked?
I
she's
believe
missing
she
one.
just hit 2 invokes. dalonge did. Gia's fully invoked.
Oh, G is fully invoked, so maybe you do flick. Probably not though. Probably Shield of Galakron, rush.
No, not when
lacking.
you top deck Shield of Galakron, right?
Yeah,
That
you
feels
just play. You
horrible.
just play it, rush it in, clear, and hit some lackey with your dagger. Maybe not.
Let's see. Draconic Lackey gets Dragon Lore Scorcher. That is not bad. Neither is Marsh Drake, actually. Because you can rush Marsh Drake into the Shield of Galakron over there. It would give your opponent a 2-1, but it's not the worst case scenario ever. But no, she did go for the Scorcher. I don't think she'll play it this turn, though.
What do you play this turn then?
I think maybe Gia's just gonna just slam down just all the lackeys, you know? Just empty your hand before this big Galakron comes into play.
Although 2 of them are just refilling your hand with more stuff.
Yeah, and then we see the nice Marsh Drake into Dragon Ball Scorcher combo wombo here.
And
And
she
yeah,
doesn't, she
next
doesn't go
turn
for the
Gia
lackey.
can actually play Galakron without overdrawing any cards. So this is huge.
Yeah, this is huge. DeLonge is probably gonna play the faceless corruptors here just to get the maximum amount of tempo. She could go for invoking again, like anticipating or hoping for a Galakron, just trying to fully invoke it. That's also a possibility. But I
Yeah,
think
but it's so slow. Like, yeah.
yeah, it's definitely the faceless.
Witchy Lackey to get a 6-drop. What 6-drop is going to be? Reno.
That's
Reno's
not
not bad.
Yeah, it's a good stat line. Sturdy.
Bulky, yeah. Oh
Do
no,
you
I'm pretty sure
count the
Reno has
4-3?
some bulk.
Just to get it healthier.
Oh, I guess, because it can't get backstabbed or hit with Seal Fate. Yeah, I
I
guess.
do like it. What else are you gonna do? You want to play that, I think.
It depends on how scared dalonge is of fully invoked Galakron being a card next turn, but no, she's just gonna taunt the Faceless Corruptor, and now it's Galakron time.
Yeah. No other play. I mean, there are other plays. They're just so inferior to the best card in the game.
Edwin Van Cleef Togwaggle! Oh my goodness, what an insane set of cards!
You don't play the Togwaggle, right? No way.
No, but like
Yeah.
this next turn is going to get ridiculous.
Yeah, but you still play the Edwin, obviously.
Dude, it's only an 8/8.
Well, it's only an 8. It's still pretty damn big, right? And DeLonge will have to invest something in killing it.
Yeah, I know. Well, speaking of Edwin, there's dalonge's Edwin.
Which she will probably want to develop as well, but she doesn't have. She actually doesn't have the right amount of cheap cards to actually make a very formidable one. Although an 8/8 is still big, but I mean, I don't think she can even make an 8/8. She can make a 6/6 at best here, from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I can only see it being a 6/6 as well. Looks like she's going to offer Shield of Galakron this turn, though.
All right.
Yeah, Gia's Life Total is starting to get a little bit into that dangerous threshold here for Leroy's Shadow Step numbers. I'm sure that's something Gia's going to be taking into close consideration as these next couple
I
of
think we'll
turns
be
go by.
making a lackey here. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, for Togwaggle. This is what else do you do this turn? That's the real question.
Let's make a lackey first, maybe. What? Like, I think you gotta see what you're drawing first. Like, you make a lackey, you play the lackey, you play the Togwaggle, and then you draw 3.
I mean, you're just assuming that Gia
You gotta
will
play
go
something
for the
else.
Togwaggle this turn. She might not. There's also
What?
a play where you go for a Marsh Drake into Scorcher this turn, and then you just clear the 4/5.
That seems to be the play for her.
Yeah. So it's always good to think of Togwaggle plays, but sometimes this is the play that's just good in its own, you know, just getting stats up there, emptying your hand, clearing the board. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, Dragon Rogue. Doing its thing. Stays at 15 HP. But she didn't create a lackey this turn, which means she'll still have to take care of it for her togwaggle. Maybe next turn, maybe not. You're right. Sometimes it's better not to do that. Although I like seeing a 0-mana togwaggle really makes me want to play it.
You're just impatient, my friend.
It's so efficient. It's a 6-mana card. It's cost 0. How can
Yeah, and
you...
it'll cost 0 forever, so you can afford to wait.
It will cost 0 forever. Yes, that's true. But if you die, it's not gonna be forever.
Monka. Where did this conversation go so dark?
If you die in the game, if your hero dies.
Mate, I didn't go into this cast thinking about Sword Art Online. Thank you.
I'm a very spiritual person. Some people would call me a modern day shaman.
Well,
Alright, I
modern
think it's
day
time.
broken class? Yeah, nah, I don't think so.
It's not a broken class. It was broken by Blizzard, though. Wait, so what are we doing here if we're Gia? There are so many options. We want to togwaggle, but we might want to flick this because we only have one copy of Sap, which we used, right? As Gia.
How many eviscerates has dalonge used so far?
I think she used one eviscerate, didn't she?
Okay. Walk the plank! That's
Yes.
pretty good at dealing with Edwin. You even get the treasure for next turn as well.
You take the wand still, the wondrous wand. I don't think you take like Zarog's crown, although your hand is pretty jacked. It's not jacked enough to not want to draw that 0-mana Krongs. Yeah.
I was curious if Gia may have considered going for like Golden Kobold.
Wow. She makes a smaller Edwin.
Oh, this is very risky. Ooh, Bim is the bully though.
This is very risky indeed, but she chooses
Well, she
to
can't
actually.
die. She can't die, to be fair, because Leroy costs 10 mana, so it would be
Yes.
1 damage off lethal.
But there's no Leroy, and now there are no good plays for dalonge, and she's gonna die next turn. So, touche, Gia. Well played.
I wonder. So many options. I must choose soon.
Who in their right mind hides loot? Cannonball!
All right, so
Yeah.
we're back. There was a moment of technical difficulties, so we went a little silent. Is that lethal
Yeah.
though? No, right? There's nothing. There's no
count-
burst damage.
Yeah, I count 13 at the moment for Gia here.
Yeah, there's no Leroy. There's no Kronks, and she's just gonna go here for the heal, play it safe. Because yeah, I mean, it's not even playing it safe. It's just playing correctly because she doesn't have the bursty option.
No.
Yeah, seems really strong here.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't see how dalonge is going to come back into this unless this Dragon Horde gets something really scary.
Well, Reno could get activated at any moment. Probably not, and it's also not enough damage.
No, it
Okay.
is not.
Ah, the bully. She has 2 copies of it, and somehow Gia got to draw hers first.
Tyrion Fordring. That would be so good in almost any other situation.
I mean, if she plays Crystal Smith Kangor, I don't think it even. Yeah, it doesn't save her from lethal because there's a flick. Even if there wasn't a flick, there's a walk the plank.
Yeah.
And that doesn't do. Okay. Tyrion doesn't
Well,
favor
it
either.
appears that my fears have been misplaced. We're going to game 5.
Yeah, no 3-0 here. Was actually a very intense rogue game, but Gia just had... Gia was not playing rogue this game. Gia was playing Galakron. And Gia wins with the strongest dragon that's not labeled the dragon in the game. Actually...
Well, Galakron was a dragon, now he's just a zombie dragon, you know?
Yeah, and that doesn't qualify. Blizzard, when will you add the undead tribe? So we can label them. Is an undead and a dragon. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Although the dragon that
Unquote.
Bronx is a dragon and a zombie.
It's called an animated dragon, I believe. I believe
Yeah.
that's the dragon that Kronk summons.
Which makes it a zombie dragon. And now the final match is one that's very strongly debated. No, like some people think that warriors are slightly favored. Some people think that rogues are slightly favored. Techs do make a big difference here. The 2 boom pistols for DeLonge are gonna play a big part, perhaps preventing Gia from doing anything really with her deck. Gia on the other hand, she gets these invokes, she gets this Galakron, she gets this maybe early board with wounded minions that Rogue can't interact with, and she gets the win. Like, this can go back and forth, and either way.
Absolutely. Her curve isn't looking too bad either, to be fair. Like, Towncry on 1, Ritual Chopper on 2, we've got the Risky Skipper with, like, Acolyte of Pain, the Bomb Wrangulator.
But the
Sound
Long has a
Druid.
fantastic curve as well. She just drew both her 1-drops. One of them gave her a 2-drop. She has a 3. She has a 4. She did draw that boom pistol bully. The Long is definitely feeling pretty comfortable here with this almost perfect curve. Gia, on the other hand, doesn't have enough invokes for her science. She has a 33% chance to draw the other one with the Town Crier, which she really doesn't want to happen. She has a 66% chance to draw the second invoke. She's gonna have to make use of this Battle Rage for at least, I think, like 2 or 3 draws, just so she can have plays. Like, this is a very bad top deck, for example. She's not gonna make use of that anytime soon.
Well, this turn, she can go Coin,
Town-Crier,
Town
Coin,
Battle
yeah.
Rage if she
Yeah.
wants. Opting not to, though. Just gonna get rid of this shot put here.
I guess that's fair, because her face is gonna be, like, wounded.
Oh, yeah, this is cool, because now she can Coin Town Crier and clear the board. Yeah, okay. And then next turn, she can just Battle Rage for 2.
Yep, and she even if one of her minions is cleared, she can still do that for 2. That's a good play. And she did lose that 66% chance. She drew the Scion of Ruin, was at 33%, and now she's really hunting for that second invoke.
Yeah, that Taunt's gonna be pretty huge later on, though. But yeah, I imagine we're probably gonna draw 2 with Battle Rage here, given how weak our hand is at the moment. So, let's see what we get from this Battle Rage here. We're drawing 2 cards. What's it gonna be?
Hopefully an invoke. Invoke!
There it is. 2 of them even, just a good measure.
Almost fully invoked then.
Yep. And probably more to the point, it means that Scion of Ruin is going to be online next turn. Like, after the next turn, I mean, which is definitely something that Gia will feel a bit of relief for, no doubt.
Yeah, and DeLonge has that Shadow Step with Boom Pistol Bully, so that probably means she's gonna have at least 2 of them played this game, and that stifles anything Gia wants to do.
Well, that Awaken might have a word or 2 to say to you about that one.
Well, except for Inner Rage and Awaken, her entire hand is Battle Cries. Like, actual board development is Battle Cries for Gia. Like,
Yeah, but if dalonge plays the Bully next turn at the 5 health, and the Ritual Chopper would be a 1-attack weapon, right? So you'd actually have exactly enough to get rid of the Boom Pistol Bully. Like, just with the swing of the Ritual Chopper.
Yeah. Yeah, if she plays Awakens, it will be enough, because it will be 4 attack. And of course the 1 damage for the Awakened itself will be able to clear the Bully, but she might just opt to Shadow Step it straight away.
Nobody move!
And
Which I don't think she will be
what?
doing.
No, you don't
She
shout
will-
step ability straight away. Come on now.
Yeah, you don't do that. Obviously.
No.
She could try and maybe play around like I don't know some clear, but I think the 5/5 is definitely
The
worth
5/5
it.
body is good enough. Like, it's exactly Awaken that punishes this play.
Yeah,
And even then, I still don't think you Shadow Step, just because it forces that turn.
yeah.
off of GM.
I agree. And here's the Galacron from DeLonge, which is twice invoked, once invoked.
Seal Fate was not played.
So
Maniac was played on 4.
That's
Wasn't
it. Yeah,
Yeah, so just once.
yeah.
Sounds
Okay, so
actually pretty awkward for her, for DeLonge, I mean, because Seal Fate is unplayable, and you don't want to Shadow Step a Taunt Lackey when it has nothing to give Taunt to, so...
she could just make a very big Edwin if she wants, using that taunt lackey.
How
with
big
Shadow
would
Step.
it be?
So you play one card, you Shadow Step it, you play it again, you backstab it, and you play Edwin. That's a 10-10, right? Or a 12-12 even.
Well, it looks like she's going for it, so we'll see how big it is. I'm not sure it's that big, but we'll see.
It's a 10-10 Edwin, I think.
Oh,
Is it
she's just committed. See, that's 4 cards being played, so we'll
Yeah,
be
it's
at
a
10-10.
10-10.
Unfortunately for DeLonge, though, that lines up pretty well into Sound of Ruin.
Yep,
the,
I know,
the
but
range.
what else does her hand offer? She can't Seal Fate anything. She would, of course.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying it's a bad play, I'm just saying that it's easily answered. That was my
Yes,
point.
it's easily answered, and also allows Gia to play Town Crier, which gives her her final invoke. Although there's no Prompts, there's no a Galacron here. That's strange.
Huh? What's that strange?
No, I'm saying that it's strange that she doesn't have anything to capitalize after this final invoke.
Well, don't count your chickens until they've hatched. She still has one more draw to hit Galacron just yet. She might draw it, you never know. It's unlikely, but I've seen stranger things happen in this game. Ooh.
That gives her a relatively comfortable clear, although she already had the clear because she has the.
Yeah,
you just
second
play Cyan,
Cyan
right?
With Acolyte of Pain?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
You
good to
don't
me.
use another invoker. Like maybe you want to save that acolyte for the awakened specifically, but
Well, what are you doing for the rest of this turn? Is my question. You
maybe
just don't-
I don't know. That's why I'm saying she probably just jams the acolyte and allows it to be sealed for one card.
Oh, it looks like Gia's looking up at that Awaken, but nope, she's like, no, that doesn't sound good. Just play Acolyte, yeah.
Yeah, it's the correct play. It's gonna get a little bit. It's not gonna get flicked though. She needs a Seal Fate target. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, DeLonge's hand's just not very good.
Yeah, but neither is like Gia's hand is not that good as well. She really needs a Galacron. DeLonge is at 29 HP, and now Gia has pretty much lost her ability to efficiently clear boards or big minions.
Well, DeLonge has to actually build the board back up first. I think that's more on the priority
So we're
list.
probably playing Galacron, right? As long as you don't get like a backstab or a shadow step, we're probably fine.
Ooh, this flick is gonna be so good.
It is answered though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. This flick is so good.
Oh, I thought you said the display was so good. Yeah, definitely.
No.
Yes,
No,
the
this
flick.
flick is so good. Yeah.
The flick is amazing and clears 2 6/4s. It clears her own, but I don't think that's even a consideration.
No, it is not. You see, praise Galacron as well coming down.
Let's see what she gets.
And yes, I believe she is one invoke
Oh.
away from having Galacron fully invoked.
Full clear, man. Yeah, she's one invoke away. She just destroyed 2 invokes in her deck because I don't think she played a single one of her shields. But
No,
that's,
she didn't. No, she didn't. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get that Shield of Galacron. Nice
and very
pretty.
beautiful spot here from DeLonge. Rather than rushing the 4/4, she creates a 5/6 taunt and decides to take a little bit more face
Once
damage.
again for Gia though. Awaken
Yes.
Acolyte Mercenary. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep. Doesn't clear the taunt though.
Well, yeah, no, it doesn't. I was about to say, there might be a possibility, but no. I'm pretty sure you just play Ministry, right? Like you said, G is looking for this fully invoked Galakron as soon as possible, so why not draw cards while you have the option to? I don't even think she'll hit in with the weapon, like the hit, yeah.
Okay, that's I'm pretty sure that's time for a Galakron that's not fully invoked. Of course, you could delay it a little bit, but I don't
No,
think
she's going for it. Let's see what she gets from her 2 cards that cost 0 mana. Yeah, Eviscerate and Seal Fate. So she's just got some removal. Okay.
That's okay, I suppose. Not the best though.
Kobold Lackey. Huh.
I think I'm just jamming the Miscreant here. No, she disagrees.
No, she's just gonna clear both of these Acolytes of Pain. No, she's just gonna clear the one. Okay.
Alright, and again, no Galakron drawn here. Gia is falling behind.
Armor Smith. Let's see you get 1 armor while drawing a card.
She draws 1 more. She no. I thought she was actually gonna send the devoted
Risky
Maniac in
Skipper
her
off the
face.
top! Oh my goodness, that's so huge with those Bomb Wranglers, man! That's
And that-
crazy!
I think it changes her play completely, right? That she's not-
Absolutely, yeah, just start throwing out those boombots, get a ton of armor. Yeah, I'm on board with that, let's go!
and maybe even clear the board.
Yeah, I mean, the Maniac can clear the flick. You're getting 5 extra armor from this. You're filling the board. Oh my god.
That's not the best
draw.
balance, though.
Yeah, like you're not dissatisfied with this, right?
No, you're not. You just got 10 armor and you got the board back. You can't be dissatisfied. You don't know what's the 0-cost card, the average 0-cost card in DeLonge's hand.
The worst case scenario for G is that it's
Oh.
Togwaggle or Edwin. Oh, sorry, Togwaggle or Kronks, rather, but fortunately for her, it's neither of those, so she's actually in a pretty decent spot right now.
Yep. Let's get a lackey with our hero power, or are we actually using the cards in our hand to their fullest?
If you get a Lackey from the hero power, it does make the Corruptor a little bit better. With the Rush Lackey, I mean.
Maybe we just eviscerate and play the evil miscreant first?
True. No, it looks like we're going Goblin Lackey first.
That's interesting. Like she's saving the eviscerate for something.
Yeah, probably just as a removal spell. We see 2 Witchy Lackeys, which is definitely really useful with that Faceless Corruptor.
Okay, so she doesn't expend her eviscerate, and she's not using her hero power either.
Let's see what we get from this Witchy Lackey. Falls into a 6-drop. Dr. Morrigan. Okay.
That's like an anti-fatigue thing, or kind of, I guess.
Gia has still not drawn Galakron or Kronks at this point, and her deck is looking very thin.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Does she even draw 4 minions if she plays a fully invoked Galakron?
I'm almost tempted to say no at this point. Like, we have to remember as well that, like, both shields of Galakron have been destroyed, so there's Leroy, Kronks, Galakron, and what are the other cards left for Gia?
That's so unlikely to actually have both your Kronks and your Kronks. Did I say Kronks and Kronks? The Galakron and the Kronks at the very bottom of your deck. Pretty unlucky here for Gia.
Ooh, Myra's Unstable Element.
What happens if you play Myra's and then kill off your Morrigan? Does it still shuffle itself in your deck?
Well, it says swap this with a minion in
Exactly,
your
so if
deck,
there's
right?
no minion, does it just disappear?
I think so.
So I would actually, maybe you actually value trade it and evolve it?
Well, she seems to disagree. And yeah, I think we're getting ready for Myra's
Actually,
Unstable Element
she
here.
could shadow step the Witchy Lackey.
Very
She's not
true.
done that,
But
though.
yeah, Myra's Unstable Element drawing DeLonge 8 cards.
Oh wow, that's a pretty good set of minions right there. Boom Pistol Bully is gonna stop even a Galakron top deck in its tracks. Not this turn. But the next turn,
Oh man, Kronk's turning up one turn too late.
also it's
Yeah.
such a bad order because now when DeLonge knows she has Galakron in hand, she will almost always play
The boom pistol
only
bully,
unless
yeah.
he has lethal now, because Leroy is 12 damage. 12, 17, 18 damage showing right now. I don't think there's any more, so it's probably going to be the boom pistol bully. I don't think DeLonge can be more relaxed than right now. This Galakron is not going to be playable for as long as she wants to, and as long as she needs to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure what dalonge will do here is...
Sap,
trade-
right?
Hold on. So I think she'll trade the 1/1 into the boombot, go face for 5, and then go boom pistol bully Ziliax here. Because then Kronk's
I
has
actually
to hit
like
into
Sap,
Ziliax.
Kronk's bully, and just ignore the 1/1 and go face.
Nobody move and no one gets hurt.
What are you afraid of? She's not going to be able to play anything useful.
Kronk's would cost 11 mana, that is true.
Yeah, Kronks would cost a level, and even then, why would you be afraid of a Kronks being played? Because Gia needs to play her Galakron first.
You do make some fair points there, sir.
Yeah, she has Gia locked here. That's the game over pretty much. I can't see a way for Gia to come back.
Well, at the moment, she almost certainly will sack here. I'm pretty sure that is the line. Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing my play. Good job. No.
Well,
I think it's a really good. I think it's a
there
good
we go.
plan here. She locked her here. Gia's. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gia has
Armor
a-
Smith is not gonna do it, and dalonge with that Myers and stable element right at the end of the game, and Gia.
I mean, I
with
think
her
she has
questionable
to hit the boom
draws.
pistol bully and hope that it hits it for 4, just to survive.
I don't even want to know the odds on that, but yeah, just hitting him with 5/5 for 1. Yeah, that's it. Pack him up. And dalonge is going to
Wow.
be our first woman of the day. With
Imagine
that
when you Myra's unstable element against a very high aggression matchup.
Well,
That's a goal.
the aggression just petered out. Like, she wasn't able
Yep.
to get
I-
the finisher.
Both Kronks and Galakron at the very bottom. Boom pistol drawn. Yeah, well, very exciting game here for sure. DeLonge didn't get everything she wanted. Couldn't play the fully invoked Galakron, but